Warriors! Video number 2 today. My name is Coach JB. I am the top health and mindset coach in the world. What you believe in your heart, you think in your mind, will eventually become your words and become your reality. If you can see it in your mind, you can eventually hold it in your hands. And what you repeatedly do gets ingrained in your subconscious mind. What gets ingrained in your subconscious mind becomes an unconscious activity. What you're experiencing within your physical reality is the manifestation of the thoughts, action, behaviors up to this point. The beautiful thing about knowing that or having the knowledge of that is that you can change your life right now in an instant. After you get off this video, you can do thought training, you can take different action, and you can completely change your life. But it takes some time, warriors. So we're going to talk about fintech today. Now, this is a lot of change, right? I think it's about 60% of people have no idea what cryptocurrency is, let alone cryptocurrency, but what is fintech? So I want to give you an aspect of where we're heading in our financial institutions, also in our world, from the third industrial revolution to the fourth industrial revolution, from industrial to technical, into the quantum financial system. Now, there's a lot of things that need to change, warriors, and I'm here to give you the information and give you a fishing pole so you can learn how to fish. But I want to explain to you what you're getting into, because a lot of people are jumping into cryptocurrency like Dogecoin, SafeMoon, all these, I call them social media type cryptocurrencies. But that's not what this space is all about, warriors. I want you to take a deep breath. I want you to ask yourself a question. Are you in this for quick money? Are you in this to be an investor in the new infrastructure of a new world? Because by 2025, your banking system is going to look different. By 2030, it's going to look a lot different. Your world's going to change. And by 2050, it's going to be completely unrecognizable. So I want to show you facts, figures, numbers, logic of high-level people that are talking about this at a high level, showing you that we're heading towards fintech. Jamie Dimon said that fintech is going to be the biggest disruptor and banks should be scared shitless of fintech. But I'm actually going to show you the Queen, Maximia, UK Fintech Week. The Queen is talking about fintech. Okay, Jamie Dimon is talking about fintech. Every single high-level organization is talking about fintech. Now, let me explain what fintech is. There's companies that are like, think about like Plaid, and they're going to talk about Plaid today. Now, what Plaid does is it helps banks and things like PayPal, Cash App. Plaid, fintech, works behind the scenes to move money back and forth so that you become the bank. So that's why banks are scared shitless of fintech, cryptocurrencies, and the blockchain protocols. And that's why your banks are already moving towards us, warriors. They're already building infrastructure. They're trying to make you think that they're these innocent little things just sitting there and waiting until this all changes, but they're slowly and, not slowly, quickly and methodically moving into the quantum financial system. So as we go through this, if you make it all the way to the end, you're a true warrior. And I'm going to show you some of the things that I think are going to happen within the cryptocurrency space. Now, like I said, I'm not going to share with you that you're going to make $10, $20 million in crypto, but what you are is an early investor in the new infrastructure of the quantum financial system in crypto. So let's listen to the Queen talk about fintech at the Maximum UK Fintech Week, and then we're going to listen to Jamie Dimon, or what Jamie Dimon said in his letter to investors. We're going to talk about Visa, Gemini and Plaid, and then XRP. Let's go.
Just in low-income countries, but for advanced economies too. Today, in the UK, there are over 1 million people without a bank account and 5 million adults who are underbanked. In addition, the pandemic has highlighted the need to build up financial resilience and overall financial health. As in most economies, many Britons and Dutch do not have a financially strong position. In the Netherlands, 1 in 5 adults do not have enough buffer. And in the UK, 1 in 4 adults have less than £100 in savings and could not cover more than 1 month of living expenses if they lost their jobs. And many are borrowing to simply pay for life's essentials, which is unsustainable. As of October 2020, the UK's Financial Conduct Authority found that more than 14.2 million Britons struggle with over-indebtedness, low savings, and limited or erratic earnings. So it is clear that a lot still needs to be done in this field. While improving the regulatory environment is a crucial piece of the puzzle, it is the private sector which will create products that can expand financial inclusion and contribute to customers' financial health. Providers.
Have you heard that? How many times have you heard that? Public and private sector coming together. Think about things like XRP Ripple coming together with the public sector to help build the infrastructure. So it's not going to be this or that, XLM, XRP, Algorand. It's going to be all of these companies that you're investing in working together to change the world, and you are like an Apple type investor.
And investors can create industry standards to make their practices more inclusive and safer. Fintech associations can lead by providing a collective voice to regulators on policy changes to encourage innovation. Large companies can support the emergence of new solutions and startups. They can do this by setting up fintech hubs and accelerators, by running tech sprints, and by anchoring industry sandboxes. They can also drive innovative research to better understand which approaches work and which do not. More broadly, if we want inclusive fintech to thrive, there are necessary policies and pieces of infrastructure that need to be in place. Some are critical for access, such as connectivity, physical infrastructure, and digital IDs. Others make markets work better for customers, such as fair competition and interoperable payment systems.
Interoperable payment systems, XRP. So what she's saying is basically we need regulation. What do you think the XRP lawsuit is all about? Political theater to usher in regulation. So this is some of the key factors around Jamie Dimon's big threat to major banks.
To digest from Jamie Dimon's annual letter this morning. In it, a warning to shareholders of his industry's disruption, saying, quote, fintech and big tech are here big time. Our Kate Rooney has more on the fintech space, which Kate has seen some monster valuations over the last year, perhaps validating those fears of Dimon's. The latest, of course, Plaid, the company that Visa ultimately missed out on, and one that Dimon has called out before. And
the one that Visa missed out on. Let me share with you what Visa's doing.
No uncertain terms.
That's right, Deirdre. A lot to unpack here. This is one of the startups Jamie Dimon has warned against. Plaid announcing its first funding round since its deal with Visa was called off. The $425 million round was led by Altimeter Capital. New investors Silver Lake and Ribbit also participated, as well as some existing investors. A source tells me this puts Plaid's valuation at $13.4 billion.
Okay, let's take a moment to think about that. $13.4 billion. Coinbase's IPO, initial public offering, was one of the largest in history. Think about that. Crypto, fintech.
That's almost triple what it was worth a year ago when Plaid agreed to be bought by Visa. Reminder, that deal ran into some regulatory issues. The DOJ sued to block it, alleging Visa would limit competition. The companies say that they mutually called off that deal in January. And after all of that, Visa now faces a DOJ investigation into its debit card business and possible anti-competitive practices.
So they said, you know what? Let's head on over and let's do this. Visa moves to allow payment settlements. We've already talked about this using cryptocurrency. Visa said on Monday it will allow the use of cryptocurrency USD coin to settle transactions on its payment network. It was the latest sign of the growing acceptance of digital currencies by the mainstream financial industry. Visa said on Monday it will allow the use of cryptocurrency USD coin to settle transactions. The latest sign of growing acceptance, already talked about that. Visa has launched the pilot program with payment and crypto platform Crypto.com, baby. Woo! One of my favorite platforms. My favorite coin is one of my favorite besides XRP is CRO, and plans to offer the option to more partners later this year, it said. The USD coin, USDC, the stablecoin cryptocurrency, whose value is pegged directly to the US dollar. Visa moves come as a major finance firms, including BNY Mellon, BlackRock, MasterCard, have embraced some digital coins, sparking predictions that cryptocurrency will become a regular part of investment portfolios. Tesla's boss Elon Musk said this week that customers can buy its electric vehicles with Bitcoin. This is old news, but I'm sharing with you the connections. They have the FinTech Summit going on right now. This was on April 19th, only 154 views on that. You got Jamie Dimon, his bank to investors, letter to investors saying banks should be scared shitless of FinTech. Visa, they got out of the Plaid deal and they went right into cryptocurrency, not investing in cryptocurrency. This is from the CEO's mouth, but we are sure as hell getting in the cryptocurrency game. That's not what he said exactly, but he said we're getting in the cryptocurrency. So I want to pull up Plaid's blog here. So if you pull up Plaid's blog, so what does Plaid's use cases? Personal finance, lending, wealth, consumer payment, banking, and business financing. And right on their first thing on their blog, it talks about Gemini, provides a secure and regulatory marketplace for cryptocurrency. So I want you to think about where we're heading, warriors. You got Plaid, one of the disruptors in the industry. You got Visa jumping into cryptocurrency, backing crypto.com. You got Jamie Dimon talking about fintech is about to disrupt the shit out of banks, and he just bought a fintech company. He owns JPM Coin, and he already has an infrastructure like Ethereum to build protocols on top of it. And then you got the Queen talking about fintech during the fintech week. Think about that, warriors. So where would you put your money? Think about that. Okay, so let's end with this, warriors. I keep bringing this up, but this is so important. You know, Ripple is leading the way on global crypto and fintech sustainability. I brought this article up many, many times because it's so important that we keep revisiting this and keeping this fresh in our head, warriors. Because you can't be a weak investor. You got to have diamond hands, warriors. So it talks about this right here. The XRP Ledger's native coin, XRP, was specifically chosen to power RippleNet's on-demand liquidity services for its immutable green aspects of the payment sustainability. With independent researchers suggest that XRP transactions could grow more than 1,000% by 2025. I told you guys, I'm getting ready for 2025. Forget this bull run. I think it's going to be massive in 2025. This has massive implications for the energy and savings of the carbon footprint, reduction, and blockchain-driven force. This is why helping to launch the EW0 open source tool that enables any blockchain, not just XRP Ledger, to decarbonize through the purchase of renewable energy and a local market in participation with Energy Wet Foundation. We've also committed sustainable funding to XRP Ledger Foundation to support their efforts to engage development, ensure that XRP Ledger remains a leader in sustainability. Now remember, XRP, he shared with us, is that they're looking to leave a dent in the universe. They are cross-border payments remittances. And they said we'll either master that and become the best in cross-border remittances, moving money across the rails, banking rails, as we do as sending an email, or we're just going to perish, warriors. You're about to see something that's never happened before in history. You're part of a new asset class. And if you're new to the crypto space, I'm trying to give you a deeper understanding versus just buying Dogecoin or buying XRP or buying Bitcoin or Ethereum and having no idea what you're invested in. You're investing in the new infrastructure, and yes, there is a lot of crap coins out there. I'll tell you what, as an influencer on TikTok with close to 700,000 followers, I get companies all the time that reach out to me to pump their coin. I refuse to pump somebody's coin when I know nothing about it. If I don't know the infrastructure, if I don't know the leadership team, the marketing team, this isn't a quick pump and dump for me. This is building generational wealth, and you don't jump in and jump out of cryptocurrencies. You got to have the right community around you. You got to have the right mindset. You got to have a clear mindset. Gut, mind, body, immunity. And so now that you've made it this far, you're a true warrior. So if you want to join our powerful warrior community where we work now let me tell you a little bit about myself. So I hit rock bottom 15 years ago, completely wrecked my life. I attempted suicide on December 18, 2006. I woke up to a book called The Secret. There's a process to how that happened, right? So I started to understand that the power of the mind. And so I started to just believe in myself. And 15 years later, I ended up going into the banking, the executive world. I moved up to vice president at a bank. I went through CBA Executive Banking School, got a certificate in banking, learned how to scale banks, and I had a great awakening while I was in banking, and it didn't feel right to me. And I understood in my paradigm, I'm not saying bankers are bad or banks are bad, but the people who built the banking system and the government who runs it are really running a fraudulent business. Think about it. If we were doing what they're doing, printing into infinity, running up debt all the time, taking your $100 and only needing to keep 10 of it and I could lend it to somebody else, we would be in jail for doing that. Think about it. It's like a Ponzi scheme. And so we're in this ecosystem that was created by your leaders, by the elite people in the world to keep you trapped in a system, keeping you just over broke, okay, and your job just over broke, keeping you in a system that believes that you need to save a couple $100 a month for your 401k that's attached to the stock market that they manipulate, that to keep you away from the stores of value like gold and silver, help you be super confused so you don't know what's going on in the marketplace, going to a financial advisor that doesn't even have the same portfolio that you do, taking advice from people who are living in an old paradigm as we move into the quantum financial system. And so there's a new wave of people coming out, the uncommon 1%, a cutoff guy in a shirt with a beard who is being honest with you and sharing you his portfolio. So at the Academy, we have over 1,300 warriors worldwide. So it's not a perfect academy, but we are a community that rises together and takes feedback. So you have a 120-day challenge, workout, nutrition, get your mind right, warriors. Get your mind right. Get it all right, not just your money. And as you get that right, goal setting, vision board creation, setting up your future, right? Then we go into cryptocurrency courses, on-chain analysis, technical analysis, cryptocurrency calls with me, technical analysis call with my team, exit strategy, access to my portfolio, Discord with over 1,300 people. It's an ecosystem. It's a family of people moving into this new system, so you're not super confused out there in the marketplace wondering what the hell is going on. So I'm always going to bring you the boring stuff consistently to make sure you understand what you're invested in, versus going to somebody and saying, hey, I'm going to buy some Dogecoin when you have no idea that it has zero utility until it hits the Flare network. But we're going to help you, warriors, and surround you with a community. So I'll always be honest with you guys. I'm a follower of God. I love the life and follow the life of Jesus as close as humanly possible. Follow me on Instagram. You'll see my journey, CoachJV_. But I love everybody. I'm non-religious. If you're Mormon, Catholic, Jehovah's Witness, whatever you are, I will accept you and love you. So if you want to say something mean, say it in the comments, but just don't say what you mean, but don't say it mean. That's all I got today. Love you guys. Appreciate you. And warriors, rise. Make sure you follow me on Instagram, CoachJV_. You'll see my actual warrior journey. So, and then also Coach JV podcast. Let's go.